made it to part 4 of our 4-part series about why we as Christians continue to wreck the conversation about women and preaching. And the 4th truth for why we continue to wreck this conversation, the one that I'm most passionate about, is that we often fail to rightly champion the opportunities that we all agree women do have to teach and hold authority. Let me show you how we do that. Here's the deal. When you look in the New Testament, it's abundantly clear that women are praying and prophesying in the Sunday morning service with the full church there, which means at a minimum that they were standing up and speaking what they felt like was a word from the Lord that had no doubt been influenced from their personal time in the Word, along with what they had heard the Lord saying through others throughout the week and possibly years before that. This is just a personal theory of mine, but it's food for thought. Maybe a lot of the pressure that women feel to end up being pastors is only occurring because we as the church do a poor job of allowing women to use their gifts in the appropriate ways. So I personally believe that if we did a better job on Sunday mornings of letting the whole church use their gifts, which is the biblical model, that's not debatable, then maybe women wouldn't feel as obligated to be a pastor because they would have another outlet to use their gifts in a biblical way that actually affirms the church. Next, consider the authority that women did undebatably have in the New Testament. Now, I'm a Baptist, but this is what we believe. We believe that women and the church as a whole, that every single person was seriously involved in recognizing, advocating, and then affirming the leadership that is the elders or the pastors of the church. We also see that women and men and the whole church were seriously involved in affirming who was a member of the church, that is who that local church believed would enter into the kingdom of God, and who was not a member, that is the act of church discipline. The whole church was involved. So women had a kind of authority in affirming leadership and asking elders to step out of that position, and in saying who could and who could not be a member of the church. That's something that the church did bottom up. Well, in today's churches, many of our models, even Baptistic models or congregational models, that's not how it works. People are disciplined by a group of elders in some room somewhere that nobody even sees, and people are dismissed from membership without the whole church even knowing, and elders are actually appointed to office without the church having a legitimate way to recognize and advocate and affirm these leaders. I think that if we had a more conservative congregational model, much like I've seen in house churches as a missionary for the past several years, that we would all have a mindset shifts that see women as holding a part of the authoritative decisions that the church as a whole makes. And I think that that would help this debate about women in preaching, because we would see that women do at least hold a kind of authority in the church. Lastly, I think we could do a much better job when it comes to advocating for what we think women can do, which is teaching other women. Now look, if you think it's okay for women to preach or not, we all agree that women can teach other women, right? Titus 2, that is a no-brainer. Here's the deal though. I think churches do a good job at knowing that. And then I also think churches do a decent job at facilitating the atmospheres where women can teach other women. What churches often fail to do is actually equip those women to teach women well. And that is why we have started this YouTube channel. My name is Erin Piner. I'm the founder of Women Teach the Word Ministries. We believe that Jesus Christ is worthy to be praised among every single tribe and tongue and nation. And we believe that those nations will be reached when the local church is strong. And we believe that the local church will be strong when women are equipped to use their gifts. Now, I know it is hard to learn how to teach the Bible, so that's why I've created this ministry. If you are interested in learning to teach the Bible, please subscribe. Please reach out to me at www.womenteachtheword.com. I would love to connect with you there. And until next time, women teach the word.